chakra. So from where you are, take your seat and you can turn your gaze downwards or close your eyes. And tune into that diamond shape at the base, the two sit bones, the pubic bone, the tailbone. Allowing yourself to feel the deep support of the element of earth beneath you. Come into a gentle, subtle Ujjayi pranayama. And as you inhale, perhaps you can sense into your pelvic diaphragm, or even imagine that at the base of your pelvis, as you inhale, there's a ballooning out as the breath rises up, and a toning in as you surrender the breath back out. Sense into the skeletal structure of your body, the bones. And even visualize sending roots down from the base of your pelvis to solidify your connection to the support. The apana vayu, that which is letting go of the night before, any previous events this morning, letting go of any energies that you're not wanting to carry into your day. With your next exhale, let that energy drop in. And as you inhale, gently open your eyes, start to sweep your arms up. If you're growing out of the base. And as you exhale, press the hands down and feel yourself settling in even more deeply. Rooting down to the foundation, inhale. And with an exhalation, settle, relax your shoulders, soften your face, drop in. Another full breath cycle. With Ujjayi pranayama, let your heart rise up out of the pelvis. And as you exhale, soften the shoulders. Placing your hands on your thighs. I'll scoot back a little bit here. We'll start to move up into the water element. So you can take your hands on the thighs and just start to move with circular motions, staying with that Ujjayi pranayama. Inviting in that quality of fluidity. Second chakra is still the Apanavayu, still the releasing down. And it's also the place of just flowing freely, feeling our body. You can change your direction. Flowing with ourself. Svadhisthana. Coming a little bit more into our uniqueness, what we feel. And then coming back to your center, please pause, feeling those two lower chakras, the downward action of Apanavayu. And then turning into your third element of fire. And take a moment to breathe into third chakra, the area of the diaphragm, place where we really start to individuate and feel our sense of purpose in the world. Our confidence, our ability to manifest and change, creating what we want. Let's bring in a little kapalabhati through the nose, and that's each exhalation, that's that sharp through the nose. We'll do good round, about 30 or so, and exhaling the breath completely, and then we'll do inhale retention. So let's begin. Full exhalation, empty, empty, empty. And then enjoy a full breath in. Top of the breath, hold bandhas. You can lower the chin, lift the pelvic floor. Let the prana build inside. When you feel ready, release bandhas. Let the breath out slowly and evenly. And relax deeply. Feeling the resonance, increasing the vibration. And let's enter into that once again. Exhale. Full inhalation. Hold bandhas. Tune into that heat, that fire element. When you're ready, release the breath slowly, evenly. Find that sense of grounding and releasing downwards. First and second chakra, feel that third element of fire that's lifting you up, waking you up this morning. Keeping that steady root, reach up to the crown. Let's exhale, turn to your right. You can take the left hand on the right knee, stabilizing in your hips. Feel that twisting in the low belly. And as you inhale, start to lift your heart and wrap shoulders back. Allow your gaze to come upwards. And as you exhale, pulsate in like you're doing a little bit of a cat tilt. Inhale to lift heart and open. Exhale to bow in. Receiving this deep twist in the belly with a little added pulsing to activate, to move this energy. And inhaling back to center, neutral spine. Reaching up to the crown. Exhale to look over your right shoulder. Enjoy 3 deep breaths here. And on your inhalation, come back to center, neutral spine. Welcome a deep breath to lengthen. And as you exhale, turn, look over the left shoulder. You can take the right hand on the knee. Once you feel established and stable in your center, keeping that pelvis nice and steady, you can start to explore the pulsation. Inhaling, lifting up, and then exhale, cat tilting, bowing in. Let it feel good. In our second chakra, it's about feeling the body, feeling good. And then coming into neutral position, allow your spine to lengthen and turn and look over that left shoulder. Welcome the breath. Welcome that internal massage. And on an inhalation, slowly come back to center. In this third chakra, this rib cage area, some of us, I know myself, I tend to hinge open and have a little instability in the rib cage. If you take your thumbs on the lowest ribs and your ring finger on the hip point, you can feel where that hinge is. A lot of times we access it more in cat-cow. So as you come into some cat-cow, see if you can exhale, bow in, and notice how as you bow in, you're tacking those low ribs down, and there's a little activation in the core, the belly. And then from there, start to roll to the front side of the sit bones, keeping a little bit of that core activation. Lift your heart and the shoulders back. You can allow the gaze to rise up. As you exhale, pull in, bowing in, letting the head come down, looking in towards your core. And as you inhale, articulate the movement in the pelvis, stabilize the ribs, and lift the heart, open the throat. Continue to move with your breath. Exhaling to bow in and inhaling to open. Allowing that Ujjayi breath to carry you into your movement. And it's okay to let it move, the hips, the ribs to move in their own way, just to notice where the movement's coming from. In third chakra, the front side of the body tends to be about our individual will, what we want, what we're trying to make happen, and definitely can go on overdrive sometimes. And the back, if you can imagine and visualize your back part, your next exhalation, just bow in. Let's just even pause here for a moment, bowing in, curling in. Visualize this back as your support, a little bit more of the universal, less of the individual. And then allow that support to lift your heart as you rock forward. And take 3 more, allowing yourself to move more from the back body. Bowing in as you exhale and allowing the back body to lift your heart, shoulders back. Come on back to center. Pause in neutral. And resting your hands on your legs. And ever so sweetly, just rest into that back body. Even just a micro movement of resting back, resting your shoulders, your head, the back of the waistline. As if you had the support of a sweet friend's hand right at the back of your waist. And with that, lift your heart. Enjoy a deep breath. And as you exhale, open your eyes if they were closed, and please transition onto your back. Bending the knees, place the soles of the feet on the floor. I'm just going to wake up some of these core muscles a little bit. So with your thumb on the low ribs and the ring fingers on the hip points, start to arch the back, rocking towards the tip of your tailbone. And as you exhale, just feel what happens when you curl the tailbone up and you feel the core engaged, the back of the waistline pressing down into the mat. Inhale, rock to the tip of your tailbone, arching in the back. And as you exhale, curl that in. Getting a little acquainted with these deep internal muscles that support us, that stabilize the ribs. Continue to rock with your breath. Inhale into the tip of the tailbone and exhaling, press in the small of the back down. Enjoy one more full rocking. And as you exhale, bring your knees into your chest. And let's do a little rocking side to side, massaging in the back plane, the back of the waistline. Bringing your knees directly over your hip points. Have your shins parallel to the floor and give a little press. You can bring the base of the big toes together. They're connecting. Press your knees away as if you're trying to push them away, but then the knees are going to resist back and they're going to push back into your hands. You'll start to feel the firing up of your transverse abdominal muscles. Visualize it like a big smile across the hip points. Maybe you can do an inner smile for yourself. Relaxing your shoulders. Keep that pressure in your knees, pressing the knees into the hands. Relax your face and breathe. Release the pressure, bringing the arms out to the side. Keeping the knees together, the big toes together. Take another deep breath. And as you exhale, lower your knees to your left side, about halfway down. Inhale to bring them back up to center. Maybe it'll just be a third of the way. You find what works for your body. We're working the front side. Tick-tock over to the other side and inhale back to center. Moving with your breath. Tune into these deep internal core muscles that are supporting your twist. And the muscles that stabilize to bring you back to center. And as you're twisting, there's a little heat building in the core, this fire element. You could explore going a little deeper, perhaps. Try to stabilize your shoulders as best you can. And the next time you go over to your left side, take your right hand and bring it over to meet your left palm. And now inhale, bring that right hand up, lift your heart, opening the chest, opening the wings. Exhale, bring the hands together. Palms meet. And then inhale, keeping the hips stable, lift your heart open. It's like you're painting the sky. Exhale, bring it back to center, bring the palms together. And then keeping the hips steady, the legs steady, open up, open your heart to whatever the day is going to bring. You can reach out and just pause here. Soak up 3 deep breaths. Relax your face, your jaw. And then stabilizing your core, bring the knees back up to center. And exhale them over to the right side. Inhale, bring palms together. Let's exhale the breath here. And then and then on your inhalation, open up the sky, open up your heart to twist open. And on your exhalations, close it up like a little clamshell, pulling into yourself. And on your inhalation, open up your chest, open the shoulders. Keep pulsing with the breath. Going from this integrated place of connection with the palms together to a little exploration of moving upwards into the spine. And on your next inhalation, open it up. Let's pause. Breathe. And then on your next inhalation, bring the knees back up to your center. And bring your hands behind the back of your knees. Just going to do a little rocking. So it's a kind of a lifting the hips up. And this might be all you do, which is fine. Or you can continue to rock and let your shoulders come up. So it's an inhale back, exhale forward. On your exhalation, really let the breath out. Like you're just emptying out. Moving the energy up the spine. And on your next exhalation, let's come up into a seated. If you were not going all the way into your rock, try coming all the way up. Let's come up into a seated squat. Up on the tippy toes, heels can lift or move them towards the floor. Walk your hands forward, a variation of malasana, and release the back of your neck. Gaze inward. You can close your eyes if you like. Feel the broadness in the back body. And just send some deep breaths there. Visualize a little sun shining in the back of the waistline around the kidneys. And then rocking forward onto the balls of the feet, unfold your legs and come into a standing forward fold. You can have your blocks handy here. Stay with the breath, allowing yourself to dangle over. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Just nod your head, yes. Shake it, no. Staying with that ocean sound in the back of the throat. Best you can. And please bring both hands onto the hips, rooting down, lift your chin and rise to come up to standing in Tadasana. Please bring your hands together. Samastiti. Spread your toes. Feel your bones, ground yourself into the earth. And as you inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, lift your heart. Feel that presence of back body, that back hand supporting you. And as you exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Leading with your waistline, come up halfway and allow your heart to shine forward. Exhale, toning in that core, bow back in again. And root to rise, leading with the back body. Sweep your arms up overhead with a lift in your heart. And as you exhale, bring your hands back together, Samastiti. Inhale, gather the energy up from the earth. That which you are manifesting, creating with ease, with grace, with all this universal support. Exhale, forward fold. Keeping a strong connection to your core. Inhale, lift the waistline and allow your heart to shine forward. Exhale, bow back in again. Take the full inhalation to come back up to standing, sweeping the arms wide. Take your time. And on your exhalation, bring your hands back to the heart. This inner light, the sun inside of you shining. Inhale, lift your heart. Let it shine out like rays, sweeping the arms up overhead. Rays of that sun. Exhale, forward fold. taking that full breath cycle to come into your forward fold. And then reconnecting with the core, lift your waistline, offer your heart forward. And as you exhale, bow back in, bend your knees and step back with your left foot. Lower the back knee down onto the floor and keep your toes curled under. On your inhalation, take your hands on the front thigh to lift you up. And as you exhale, cat tilt back in, pulling that waistline out, really acknowledging this power center, and then bring the energy upwards into your heart as you rise up. Let's reconnect now with Apana Vayu. So you can, as you exhale, just press hands down and ground in from the hips down, water, earth, grounding down. Keeping that little inner fire in the core, lift your heart and sweep the arms up overhead. Relax the shoulders down. Connect to your breath. Enjoy a deep breath with a lift in your heart. And on your exhalation, bring your hands down onto your blocks or the floor and pick your back knee up. Firm those legs to midline, keeping that strong core. Sweep your arms out like you're making airplane wings. From the pelvis, anchoring down through the lines of your legs, start to extend, lengthen your spine. Enjoy a deep breath. And as you exhale, take your left fingertips to the block or the floor and twist. Exposing the heart, wrap those shoulders back and soften the skin. Enjoy a deep breath. And as you exhale, bring that right hand down. Step your back foot up to meet the front, Uttanasana. Inhale to come up halfway, staying core connected. Lift your heart. And exhale, bow back in again. Bending your knees, take your right leg back this time and lower the knee down. As you inhale, prop yourself up, picking your hands on your thighs to lift up. And then exhale, cat tilt, bow in. Like you're looking in towards that third chakra, checking in with self. What is self? What is purpose? What is your highest? And with the fullness of the back body, lift your heart. Ground in. You can let your pubic bone track forward as any amount. And then inhale, sweep the arms up, allowing that sense of inner light, inner purpose to rise up through the heart. Relax your shoulders. Listen to the sound of the ocean breath. Keeping that light, that flame burning. Take a deep breath, lifting up. And as you exhale, bring your hands down, framing the front foot onto the block or the floor. Lift your back leg up. Draw the earth into your legs. So firm those muscles, hug your midline. Keep that connection into the core of the pelvis. And then reach out through the crown. Sweep the arms wide. Feel that space around you. Taking a deep breath in. As you exhale, take the right fingertips down and twist to your left. With the back leg strong and steady, tack your front hip crease back and down. It's like a scissoring action in the pelvis. And from there, push into your legs, reach to the crown. Allow yourself to expand out from your center. Soak up a sweet, deep breath. And as you exhale, bring your hands down onto blocks or floor. Inhale, back to plank. Exhale, downward dog. With an inhalation, lift your belly, roll your spine forward, back to your plank. And exhale, lower your knees. We're going to come down, all the way down. So I invite you to get onto your belly. You can move those blocks off to the sides. And then coming up on your fingertips like they're little cages, little spider hands. Draw from the fingertips to the elbows, draw the shoulder up on the back. And from here, keeping the shoulders firm on your back, lift your low belly and look down towards your pubic bone. You might, or your low belly, either way. And really curl in like a fiddlehead fern in the forest. And from there, pull the waistline back. Let your whole spine unfurl like a string of pearls, allowing the head to come up last. And then keeping the shoulders back, head back, melt your heart to come back down again. Try that again with a lift in your belly, curl in, firm those legs, and just allow yourself to grow out of that deep center. And on an exhalation, melt your heart, come back down again. One more time. And exhaling, coming down. Place your palms on the floor. Inhale into plank. Exhale, downward dog. Enjoy the breath. Inhale and sweep the right leg back behind you, three-legged dog. And as you exhale, bring your right foot forward to the front of the mat. Coming up into crescent. So take your hands on the front thigh. Once again, gather energy to midline. And as you exhale, bow in, cat tilting with that back waistline, that universal trust, support that your mission in life is to be fulfilled. You can rise up, lifting up into your heart. Allow your arms to dangle, let the shoulders relax. And feeling that sense of back body, if someone's got their hand, they're supporting you, the universe wants you to succeed. Lean back. Then lift up into your heart, sweeping the arms up overhead. Relaxing the shoulders. Connect to the breath. And from here, bow forward over the front leg. Keeping that sense of purpose, mission, back waistline, option to spring off the back foot to come to a warrior three. Bending the front knee. If that's where you went, you can come back to your high crescent lunge. Anchoring down, press off into the earth to lift your heart. And exhale. Bring your hands down to frame the front foot. Inhale to plank. Exhale, lower the knees, chest, chin to the floor. This time, keeping that core connection like we did before, come up into your cobra pose with a lift in the belly. Wrap the shoulders back, take your head back. Soften to the heart. Enjoy the breath. And on an exhalation, come on down. Inhale back to your plank. Exhale, downward dog. Keeping a steady connection to the earth through the hands. Firm those arms to midline. Feel its support, its stability. And as you inhale, sweep the left leg up, nice and slow. You come up on your tippy toes, pushing the earth away. And as you exhale, bring that left knee in. Take the foot to the front of the mat. Ankle underneath, or knee, and yeah, ankle underneath the knee. Setting yourself up, firm your legs, midline, take your hands on the front thigh. Exhale, cat tilt to bow in. Pulling the waistline back, stack the shoulders over the hips. Get into that Apana Vayu, grounding down. And as you inhale, take the arms up overhead. Visualize that sweet hand on your back. That support, invisible support, and lift your heart as you lean back into it. Taking it with you, bow over the front leg. Keeping that fullness, keeping those low rib points down. You can stay here, or you can try coming into a warrior three, making your offering from the back body. And then bending your knee, keep your waistline back, shoulders back, lift your heart. Enjoy a deep breath as you expand the pose. And exhale. Bring the hands down, step your back foot up to meet the front, Uttanasana. Rooting down through your foundation, sweep the arms wide, rise to come up. And hands to heart, Samastitihi. Close your eyes, feel your breath. The bones. The earth beneath you. And a sense of deep support. Please take a big step back with your left foot. Let's turn the feet arches parallel. Interlacing your hands behind your back or using a strap. Bend your elbows. You're going to want to press the knuckles into the base of your spine to get those shoulders back, and then watch the ribs, because here's where my ribs like to fly up. So press into the base of the spine, tack those low ribs down, lift your heart, lift your chin. And as you exhale, hinge at the hips. Keeping those low ribs tacked down, start to press your knuckles away from the sacrum as much as feels good to you. And let the neck go. Connect to the sound of your breath. Just allow those shoulders to ride up to the ears, squeezing out any tension you might be holding in the upper back and neck. And now bending your knees, release your hands down towards the floor or onto the floor or onto blocks. Start to sink your hips low. And take a full inhalation to glide over to the right side, bending your right knee. And back to center. And full breath to the other side. Back to center. And just take your time side to side. Coordinating movement with breath. And now bending your right knee, lunge to the right. Pause, breathe. Coming back to center, bend to your left. Pause, breathe there. And then going back to the right, turn your right foot around, walk your hands around. We're going to pivot around, come back into plank. Exhale, lower your knees, come down onto your belly. Slide your arms forward so the elbows are on the floor. And as you inhale, rise up into Sphinx pose. Turn your right hand in at a 45-degree angle. Bend your left knee and reach back for the inner arch of that left foot. And draw the heel in towards the hip any amount. And give a little kick back into the hand and then draw the heel towards the hip. If it feels good to you, you're welcome to press into that hand and lift up a little bit into a little spinal extension. And then slowly come down. Switching sides. Left hand in, reach back with the right hand. Give a little kick back into the hand and then draw the heel into your hip. An option to move a little deeper in if that feels good to you. Rising up out of the pelvis. And slowly dissolve that. Bending both knees, spread your toes. We'll come up into Makarasana, shoulders up, just like you're jumping out of a parachute. Or jumping out of an airplane with a parachute behind you. So think about that parachute in the back body. Soften your heart. Option to reach back for the tops of the feet, if that feels good to you. Firming legs to midline. Stay with the breath. Enjoy a deep breath in as you gather the energy in, lift, and exhale, release down. Stacking your hands, you can rest your third eye, forehead on the back of your hands. And send the breath into the back body, into the back of that waistline. Pressing hands into the floor. Set your hips back. Let's do a puppy pose so you can walk your hands forward. Pressing into the floor, lift your shoulders up. And soften the heart. Lowering your right elbow, walk your left arm out in front of you to lengthen that side. And sort of swivel your hips over to the right, swivel your feet to the right. Keeping your low ribs tacked up. Gonna inch your fingers over in front of that right hand. Making a C with your spine. And then coming back to center. Reach both arms out in front of you. Enjoy a deep breath. And then lowering your left elbow down, reach your right arm in front. Really lengthen that side waistline. Kick your hips over to the left. You can even let your feet swivel over to the left. And then to increase that side waistline, you can tippy toe your fingers in line with the left hand. And welcome to that. Coming back to center, through the midline. Walk your hips all the way back, coming into child's pose. Bring your attention to the journey of the breath from the pelvic floor, expanding, breath rising, and toning. Slowly rise up onto your heels. I invite you to grab a blanket to go underneath your hips for some Asana. I'll take the right leg out, turn the left leg in, twist in. So coming up on the fingertips, keep the strong, steady foundation as you ground, and then very slowly from that lower left belly, start to twist in and draw the right rib cage back. Keep the anchor down as you ascend and rise up into the crown of your head. Without any sense of effort or willfulness, just explore, see about coming forward. Option to take the left hand on the right shin for leverage. This deep twisting action, so beautiful for that third chakra activation. Just wringing out the old, transforming. And keeping it up into the heart. And then inhale to come up. And turn your torso towards the bent knee. Come up on the fingertips and really get a sense of extension there. Walk your right hand out the right leg, any amount. And sweep your left arm up over the ear. I also invite you to drop that head, dropping your right ear towards your right shoulder. And with your left hand, the upper arm, just paint the sky, reaching out to the fingertips. Reach back off that hip, making a big rainbow. Turning the thumb up, palm starts to spin upwards. And from here, a little exploration, slowly turn your head to look down towards the floor. And back up again. Allowing your own exploration to happen side to side, or maybe a little nodding yes. And then turning the gaze back up, sweep that arm back up over the ear. Bend the elbow, hold the head in your hand, and then pressing the head back, lift your heart. Carry the weight of your head with you as you inhale and rise to come up. And let's try the other side. So propping up on fingertips, keep the steady anchor down in your legs, and then lifting up out of the pelvis, twist in, drawing the left rib cage back. You can let that right rib cage sort of swish forward. Receive that twist deep in the belly. You can use your hand for leverage if you like. Just meet yourself where you are. Explore the landscape of the back body with breath, with awareness. On an inhalation, come up and twist in towards the bent knee. Keeping that rotation in the torso, slide your left hand out the left leg. And then with a big breath, take that right arm up over the ear. Allow your neck to go. You could drop the left ear towards the left shoulder. And then paint a big rainbow in the sky through your fingers. Bringing a little rainbow into your day. And just allow the palm to sort of spin up a little bit there. And slowly turn your head to look down. And explore the side neck there, side to side. Nice and easy. Do your nose or your yeses. And on the next breath, bring the arm up and over. Bend your elbow, cradling the head and the back in the hand, and start to press your head back. Lift the heart, receive breath. And then carrying that head with you. Rise up. All right, let's do our Shavasana with a couple of props here. I'm gonna have you just roll up one of your blankets for a spine roll. Just a little spinal support, 2 blocks. We'll do Supta Baddha Konasana. So soles of feet together, blocks supporting the knees. I like my hips on the floor, little spinal support, and then a pinch right into the occiput. So lovely. If you prefer to just do your good old Shavasana, feel free to do that instead. And once you get yourself set up, settle into your natural breath. Settle back. Letting go of the efforts of the practice. And allow the back body to surrender into the surface beneath it. No need to do. Just rest back. As if you were resting into the arms of the Great Mother, loving you, supporting you. Allow your front body to be open and receptive. Invite your mind to stillness, presence. And just receive. Feel the earth beneath you, your home, place of belonging, support. Your beating heart, steady. Sense into the flow of water, blood, veins moving through you from that beating heart. Circulating blood, circulating lymph. Allowing you to feel your aliveness, this body on the earth. Bringing your awareness to that flicker of light inside, your own unique essence. The way you show up in the world. Begin to fan that flame with your breath, allowing it to get brighter as your breath gets deeper. And start to move your fingers and toes, Come into a feel-good stretch. And slowly and gracefully make your way up to a seated position without disturbing. And tuning into midline, grounding down, and rising up. Placing your hands together in Anjali Mudra. May this practice serve to unveiling and expanding your own sweet, unique light.